We are here in Harbortown, and I am joined by Grant Kaple. He is, of course, with the Boathouse, and we are at the Heritage. It's not quite a beautiful boating day today, but we have a lot of them here in the area. So
there's a lot of boats for sure, and yeah, today turned out to be a little cooler. But what is it? The Heritage usually has at least one bad weather day, so this is it.
This is it. We're going to get it out of our
That's
systems.
right.
But we're going to talk about boats today anyway. So you're down here. You've brought some boats with you. Tell us what you have.
Well, so I brought Grady White. Our Grady White boats are they're manufacturing boats from 18 foot to 45 feet. Today we brought a 307 and also a 23, a 236. So one's a center console fishing oriented type boat.
Okay.
And then we bought the 307, which is larger boat, but also family oriented. So it's a dual console boat. So it has more family amenities to it.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about those in more detail. So the one that's kind of fishing oriented, what makes it so?
Well, so when you're fishing, you're thinking in terms of accessibility to what you're trying to do, and so center consoles really lend themselves to that. So it gives you the ability to kind of wander around the whole boat. So let's say that you hook onto something really good, it's taking line, screaming, you can kind of throw somebody towards the bow of the boat fairly easily and kind of maneuver that way. So that's kind of what you're thinking. It's a little easier too as far as anchoring and managing the boat that way, and just the way that people think about fishing.
Yeah. And so then the one that's more family oriented, tell us what that offers.
So in family orientation, we're talking about seating.
Yes.
Seating and cups, right? You got a cup holder, so we got to have a place for everybody to seat. So the cool thing about a dual console boat is that you've got complete coverage over both seating groups. So you've got the helm area, and then you've got the lounge area, for lack of a better term. And then, so you've got people that you're out of the sun, you're cruising, the wind isn't blowing in your face necessarily. You kind of shut yourself up a little bit. So it just makes it that much more comfortable. Obviously, there's more seating opportunities. In that boat, you've got the helm area seating, and then you've got the seating in the cockpit area. So you've got a place to go get out in the sun if you want to. I think probably the other thing that's really nice about those boats is that you're walking through the or the dual console, and then you've got seating on either side, and everybody wants to ride
in the front.
In the front,
of course.
And wind in your face, and the sun in your face, and it's just the great experience of going through Calabogie Sound.
Yeah. So that boat's kind of the best of both worlds.
Mm-hmm. It is, I think.
But you do at the Boathouse have a wide range, even beyond those two.
We do, yeah, and so. There's obviously different sizes for all of those two types of models. And even the fishing models are now, even the center consoles are much more family oriented, a little bit more seating in the back, and they have the forward seating just like we're talking about, riding on the bow. And then, from the Boathouse, really, we can start you at your 10-year-old self and your 10-foot John boat that's playing around in the creeks here in Sea Pines, and until you finally make it all the way to that 45-foot offshore fishing behemoth. Exactly.
And so let's talk a little bit. We've only got about a minute and a half left. Let's talk a little bit about the fact that you are here at the Heritage. Why do you come here every year?
The Heritage Foundation does an awesome job, I think, of helping our community. And so this has got this tournament, and just the vibe that it has for the island is just. I just think it's something that we need to have to participate in. If we're part of this community, this is a way to give back to it. And I think that I just enjoy being here for that, and just watching the people and being part of all that.
Yeah, and over $50 million donated to charity since 1987, so that's nothing to sneeze at.
That's right.
Yeah, and so what are you hoping to see while you're here this week? Are you going to get a chance to glimpse any of the golf? Anybody want to see?
Might get a shot at some watching a little bit of golf, but probably hang out at Liberty Oak Tree. I'm sure they're doing what's the gentleman that...
Greg Russell.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll probably be here at one of these points. So get a concert while you're here hanging
That's right.
out with your boats. Yeah. So if somebody wants to find you to learn about these boats or see them in person, if they're not going to make it down here, how do they find you?
So these boats we've got 3 locations. Our main location is in Okatie on Highway 170. Of course, we have the dry stack storage and boat storage, as well as service there at 405 Squire Pope, which is the Boathouse, right? And then we are doing service at Palmetto Bay.
All right. Well, thank you, Grant, for being with us and sharing your boats with us. We appreciate it.